Hey friends, welcome to my channel, and today I'll show you how to install Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code means it's an code editor, and you can use it to write code and format the code and modify the code. So now I'll show how to install in your machine. So how to set up the Visual Studio Code and in order to make your workflow way better. So now there are some extensions in VS Code, so that extensions will help you a lot in maintaining the code good properly, and when you have to share the things, which extension is useful. So now everything I'll tell you in this tutorial. And uh, so this was developed by Microsoft, and so now I'll show how to install in your system. So we're gonna get into the screen. So open your browser and type Visual Studio Code. So now this is the main page of the Visual Studio Code. So here you can see, so the download option is there. So you can download the Visual Studio Code manually. So if you are using Windows, you can download it from the Microsoft Store. So, or you can download from here. So the platform will be seen here. So now mine is the Ubuntu based system. So here is showing Debian and RPM. So when you're installing in Windows, you can simply download the file and hit the next button. So it is very easy in Windows than compared to the Mac OS and the Linux systems. So now in your Mac OS users, so the same thing, you have to install the file and through the installer. And now in Linux based systems, you have to install the file through the App Store. So now when you download this Debian file, the Chrome browser will automatically show the extension page. So that will transfer to the App Store. So otherwise you can download it from the command prompt line. So just type the sudo apt get install code. So that will also install the code, or you can use the Snap Store. Snap Store is another store which is used to install the plugins and apps in the Linux based systems. So you can download it from there. So now I'll show we can download the file and install the file. So now I already installed my VS Code in this system. So now I'll open the VS Code. So you can see here, this is the main interface of the VS Code. You can customize the VS Code according to your preferences. Mine is customized version, so I customize the whole theme, and here everything I customize this. So now you can see here the accounts tab. So I just signed with my GitHub account, or you can sign with your Microsoft account in Windows, and in Mac OS users also you can sign in with GitHub. So what made this very useful means, so when you're working in Windows laptop and with your Visual Studio Code, you customize everything according to your preferences, but you change your perspective to install the have to use the Linux based system. So now you can download the VS Code in your Linux system. So now just by signing with your GitHub account in the VS Code, so the total interface will get changed in within seconds. So now it will sync the settings which platform you're using. It won't care. So now it's very useful to use the GitHub account in order to sync your settings. So now there are some extensions which are very helpful to you in order to make your workflow very better. So now this is the extension tab. So open it, and the first extension I'll show is Prettier. So Prettier code. So you can see there are 9 lakh downloads. So what makes this code prettier, this extension useful means it is a code formatter. So for example, you written a code very spacious, and have to maintain the code very beautiful. So what makes this Prettier means, it will reprint the whole code into a beautiful way. So you can see your code very beautiful without any spaces issues. So in this way, this code Prettier formatter will useful. So now another extension called Live Server. So Live Server, you can install it through VS Code extensions page only. So what is Live Server means? So Live Server will make your exiting page into web browser linked page. You can see here you just write the code and hit the left click button, and you can see that here live server will be there, so it will make your code visible in the browser. So in the local history you can see here the 3500 local port. So in this way live server is very useful to hot reloading the web page. And another extension called live share. So live share means it's very useful for the developers who are collaborate with other developers. So we can simply share our environment with other developers. So live share is very helpful in that way. So another extension called ES6 snippets. So JavaScript code snippets, these are very helpful for the JavaScript users or web developers. So what makes this useful means when you hit the simple commands that will convert into the useful codes. So now here you can see the IMP and hit the tab button, so you can see the code import fs from fs, means the files where you can import the files from other folders. So in this way these code snippets are very useful. So now you can see the class helpers. When you type con and hits the tab button, so the construction function will be appear in the screen. So in this way it's very useful. And another snip extension called bracket colorizer. Bracket pair colorizer. So this is very useful extension. So you can see here public, this brackets. So what makes this means, if you're coding functions and classes, everything, so you have to be separate color and you have to choose that part is important, that part is important. So in this way it will make a difference with colors. So it will use different colors for the different brackets, so in order to maintain the clean code. So in this way this extension is very useful. So there are a lot of extensions you can download and choose the right extensions. So you can customize a file icon theme, everything, and you can change the color theme also. So there are lot useful extensions in the VS Code. So you can collab with the Git Lens, GitHub, and every live server with the so you can hard reload the code into web browser by using the live server. So this is the debugger, you can debug the code. So this is the source control, means the GitHub the page. You can see the repositories, all the repositories here. So in this way VS Code is very useful and very convenient way you can use it very simply. So hope you like these tips, and so these are the very useful extensions which will make your workflow way better. So hope you like this tutorial. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.